first I'm going to speak in Italian. Ciao ragazzi, sono qui con l'amico David, just a moment, Gomez Relloso, sto cercando di imparare il cognome. Perché? Perché prima di tutto siamo amici di Facebook, ci scambiamo messaggi, lui visita frequentemente il nostro gruppo e poi sta presentando qui a Bellota, la sesta Bellota, Santa Cruz 1797. Ora mi sono messo d'accordo con David, farà una presentazione di 10 minuti del suo gioco, in maniera tale da farvelo conoscere e insomma da chiaramente capire le meccaniche di Santa Cruz 1797. Ora vado a parlare in inglese e vado a presentare David. Well, David.
First, sorry, that is another game. This one is
guys,
an impossible war. It's una guerra imposible, an impossible war.
Well,
that
guys,
is another game.
That's another game, but we are focusing on, or better, stiamo focalizzando sul gioco An Impossible War, una guerra impossibile. Sì. Italian and Spanish are similar, and David, I repeat guys, is going to introduce una guerra impossibile, sta andando a presentarvi una guerra impossibile. Up to you, David, to introduce and present your game. Let's go.
Thank you. Well, here we have, this is the final art of the game, because the game is finished and we are working on the final art, but it is not completely finished. But we have the map and also the cards. We have these cards with a very nice art. These are contemporary.
Who is the artist?
It's Antonio Pinar.
Antonio Pinar.
He has worked for different companies and different games, mostly X-Encounters games, but he has designed this art and we are very happy. The style is a 19th century style with these grabados. I don't know the word in English, but these are original paintings.
I see.
And also the map, it is based on an original map that was used by the military of that period. So I think that the color and the drawings, that it gives us the flavor of the epoch.
I agree, yeah.
This is well, my first game was about the Spanish Civil War, the last one, the most known. This is also another very important Spanish Civil War in the 19th century between the liberals and the Carlists. This was common to all of Europe, a fight between the Ancien Regime and the liberal revolution. So this has happened everywhere. In Italy also, in France, in Germany.
A sort of independence war.
Yeah, in those countries, because of for example, in Italy with the war against Austria, but you know, it's the fight between the absolutism and the new, more modern.
Another inner struggle.
Yeah. So here is a map, an auxiliary map of all of Spain, the peninsular Spain, but the game is centered only in this part,
I see.
the northern front.
I see.
So the main map is based on that theater that was the most important one.
I see.
So here we have probably for foreigners the most known city is Bilbao. It's the main city in the northern part of Spain. Now it is known, for example, for the Guggenheim Museum, probably. And here, the Carlists, there was a fight between the Queen Isabella II, who was a child, and the liberals fought for her. And Charles was the brother of the King Ferdinand VII. And when he died, there was a clash between both who was the queen and who pretended to be the king, and they defended both points of view, the absolutists and the liberals.
I see.
And here, the Carlists, who were the absolutists, managed to have a control zone, this part of Spain, and they tried, of course, to extend the territory and win the civil war. So here we have all the things that happened in the rest of Spain. There was this sublevación is the uprising, and here also the uprising is higher because there was the war was important also here, but the main war was fought here in the north. And
El norte.
The north. And this is a kind of war that has similarities with the Napoleonic invasion of Spain. Because the Carlists, who were controlling this part, acted a bit like the old guerrilla, because they used the guerrilla style of war with small armies, with ambushes, and that kind of war against a larger army, the liberal army, the government army. But that army had many problems because
guerrilla warfare.
The same that the Napoleonic armies, those same problems they had 30 years earlier
when they invaded Spain.
Yes. So in this game, it is quite asymmetrical. The one player, the Carlist, has less units, but he has more maneuver mobility, and he controls the territory, and he has better troops, less but better troops, more motivated troops. And the other player has many more troops, but has many problems with the supply. He has to, when he enters the enemy territory, he has to bring all the supply with him, so he has to prepare the campaigns. The mobility is worse than the other one, and the troops are more, but their quality is lower. So
David, in short, well, you have presented the historical situation clearly. In your opinion, what are the pros about the war game, and why should I play such game, in your opinion?
First, if you want to know more about an unknown war and an unknown historical period, that is something important for me. I think that war games always teach us about history.
Well,
so if you are interested about this period of the Spanish history and this kind of war, you could be interested on it. And I think that, of course, it is it gives you fun. So it's an interesting game that it's a fun game. I mean, it is an enjoying game. It is quite dynamic. The turns are fast. You cannot move everything. It's similar to car driving games. It's not a car driving game. You have action points. You have to decide what to do. So you have to take decisions. That is also interesting, I think. And each side is different. That is also something that sometimes I think that we like to play games where both sides are completely different, and you can play each side in a very different way, and it's very different to play one or the other. It's not like in more common wars where both sides are more similar inside and in style of the techniques or style of fighting. So I would point those aspects of the game.
David,
thank you. Just a moment. Changes my position. Well, guys, for the moment, this live from Bellota is everything. See you next time, and the promise is we are going to show you something more about our game as it will be ready. When do you think that it will be in production?
The game is nearly to the final stage. So
final stage, yeah.
I think that in these next 3-4 months it should be finished.
Well, guys, so 4 mesi sarà pronto. Grazie e ci vediamo con la prossima diretta dalla Bellota.
Grazie mille.
Bye.
Ciao.
Bene.